Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Call of the Night Season 2 episode number 6 reaction. Alright, the previous episode we got to see the remaining part of Kabura's past and who Haru was revealed in the previous episode. She's actually Nazuna's mother. And we get to see what happened after that, how Haru got pregnant and then she left the kid and told um, Kabura to keep an eye on her and take care of her. And yeah, so it turns out Nazuna is a vampire from the very beginning, a half vampire, I guess you could say. But there's way a lot of like things going on which hasn't been revealed. So like even if she was born as a half vampire, like I don't know what's going on now, like what's happening, like how is that going to affect something if she's a half vampire? Is that going to affect something when she makes an offspring? All these things, questions are still there, but I guess little by little everything will be revealed. Right, so yeah, and we get to see Kabura obviously was very sad. She didn't want to take care of Nazuna at the beginning, but as soon as she saw Nazuna, she was like, yeah, like she was like literally the splitting image of her. And she took care of her up until like a long amount of time. And that's why a lot of the memories that Nazuna doesn't have is because she was very young at that. Even though she was like grown up, she was very young. Like, so she forgot all of that. It was like when little kids do not remember anything when they're like 1 or 2 years old, that kind of situation. Anyways, yeah, so everything was revealed, and there you go. That's that. Right. Now, in the end, we get to see Anko come in, trying to figure out like one of the weaknesses, and but the room that contained all the memories and everything, the hospital room, it was already taken, like like just cleaned up by Kabura. So I guess that's what happened. Right. And yeah, let's see what happens today. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is the preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. Three, two, one, go. Okay, here we are. Oh, damn. Yeah, thank God, like they took out everything. Yeah, right. Hmm. Oh, whoa. Oh, damn. Well, there goes. I like. Okay, well, in the previous episode, I said like, see, they didn't reveal if Haru died or not, so maybe she's alive. Well, there you go. Hmm. Okay. What? Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, probably. Wait, what? Oh, even he hasn't. Okay. Oh, this girl. What was her name? I forgot her name. The vamp. Okay, I guess we're going to see more of her now. Okay. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. Some crazy disguise. What? she's she's. Oh my god. Wow. Well, I guess it's because. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You. Lead. Um. Oh, so she only has one offspring, as far as I can remember. Lady. Oh, wait. Nasana, you got him. You wanted to see one of the otakus, right? The stereotypical ones? There you go. Wait, is that some. I love green. Gintoki's voice, this is right? Oh my god. Bruh. Right. Hmm. Oh my god. Tw- right. What? Yo, chill. Well, I think he would. Bruh. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess. I. Uh, damn. Hmm. Damn, I feel like Ko will be able to relate to this. Yo, his eyes. Damn. Yeah. Right. Hmm. What? Oh, okay. So we can figure out a lot of things with his help. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. His human past. Yeah, I. Uh, he doesn't seem like someone who. Oh, okay. What? Oh no. I'm not asking about the quality. Bruh. What the hell? Hey yo. Oh damn. Oh, so if you. Okay. What? Oh. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say. It is. Hmm. Oh! Damn! He's putting everything together. Keeping. Yeah, it will work. Hmm. Oh my god. Ah. Here? No. All right, calm down. No, it is something related to her. Oh. Oh, okay. We're in the correct path. Wait, what? You don't know what the dojish is? Yeah, not always, but you know. Yeah. There you go. That is the correct definition. Yep. It's related to her. Oh, hey yo. Oh Lord. Oh no. Bruh. Oh boy. Okay. Wait, so if he made 500. Oh, okay. I was gonna say then it's all over the place, right? A lot of people brought, but nobody bought, I guess. That's good. Right. Ugh. Oh, he. God damn it. Yeah, it didn't affect him? Was it? Okay. I guess. Ah, let's burn it. 500 copies all gone into the fire. Damn, he's crying. Whoa. Bruh. Yeah, true. Oh, he's reading. Damn, this episode was. I was expecting an episode like this suddenly. Oh boy, that's funny. Okay, I guess we know most of the characters now, like most of the other vampires properly. Except I guess that lady, the office, the office lady. Maybe we don't really know that much about her though. I guess we'll get to know later. Like we kind of know about Hatsuka, like his situation, but I guess we get more need more context. We'll probably get it later. We know quite a bit about that girl, the yellow-haired girl. You know, Akun's Akun's friend. That vampire. We know a lot about Kabura now. We know quite a bit about this girl. Yeah. So the office lady, she's the one who's left, I guess. Hmm. Oh, this something. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Good. Good. Damn. Yeah. What? Cool. Okay. All right, and there you go. That was that was today's episode. That was episode number 6, right? Yes. So today's episode was completely focused on um. Oh wait. Okay. You know what? Let me bring out the character sheet. uh, I need to remember all the names. Um. Just a minute. Okay. So Midori. Yeah. So we completely focused on Midori and her offspring. Love. What was her name? Is that Love Green or LG? Good God. So yeah, we focused on him and his past. We didn't really get to know that much about his past. The only thing we got to know is that he was basically someone who liked Midori, and obviously Midori, you know, liked him as well. And then she turned him. He immediately became a vampire because he already loved her. And yeah, so there you go. That's what happened. And his most precious memory from his human days was the dojin that he made. That was not sold properly. Nobody nobody bought it, so they burnt it down completely. But yeah, that was basically today's episode. There wasn't really anything else other than that. This was more of a comedic episode, I guess you could say, uh, where in the beginning it was funny to see like Nazuna, um, you know, go out to um, Akihabara to find like not to find, but he she they followed Midori. So she was like, I don't see any otakus here. Like, what's going on? Like in her head, she's like, oh yeah, otakus will be like people with like a bag, like round glasses, and with like the headband, that kind of like those type of peoples there going to different shops and everything, buying different things, talking about anime, and but there's like nobody there in Akihabara. There's just like random people that you can see anywhere, and they were like, yeah, anime is becoming more mainstream. So nowadays a lot of like like normies, as we call them, they're also dabbling in anime. So it's just like this nowadays. And Nazna was like, God damn it, like what the hell? I was here to see like a genuine like a genuine otaku, and there's nobody here. But later on she gets her wish because obviously LG is a prime example of like one of those otakus that she wanted to see, you know and he has like his room filled with like anime posters, cardboard cutouts, plushies, like figurines. Obviously he has his computer as well. He probably has a lot of I don't know, like eroges and visual novels over there. And I was trying to see if there's some kind of reference in these anime posters. I really couldn't find any. I feel like there are a few references, but I cannot recognize them. One of the posters reminded me of like the characters reminded me of Keon characters. That poster where there's like two girls side by side. That reminded me of Keon, maybe. I don't know. That's a Keon reference. Oh, there is a. I think there is a Zero no Tsukaima reference here somewhere. And what else? I really cannot say. Like these, whatever. Oh, there's a Sailor Moon reference here as well. I can literally see that, and like maybe like Ultraman or something. I don't know. Um, but there's a lot of posters here which I feel like they're trying to make some kind of reference, but it's going over my head. Like, yeah. Anyways, you know, that's what it is. I think there's some visual novel references here as well. Like, Yeah, anyways, whatever. Like, there's no point in trying to find like references now. But yeah, I think there's quite a few classic anime references, like old anime references here, which is I'm not understanding because old animes I haven't really watched that many of them. Very few I've watched. But yeah, either way, yeah, and there we go, and there we get to know love. Basically, he has his obviously he has he tells his story to us, how he really liked Midori, and obviously Midori also liked him, and that's that. And how he, before he became a vampire, he he liked Midori from back then, and he was like, all right, let me draw something, like let me draw one of those, like um, Midori's, like a Midori Dojin, and he made 500 copies of them to sell them at a convention. I was like, wait a minute, if he sold them, that's bad, right? Because he, like, those copies probably are like in different places. Who the hell is going to track them down? Thankfully nobody bought it, you know nobody bought it, so all of them were there with him. So thank goodness. Otherwise it would have been a mess. Can you imagine? Like, good god. Right. Anyways, yeah. So that was basically today's episode. That was, like, it was a comedic type of episode today. Um, right. Okay. One thing I forgot to talk about is the beginning part. The beginning part, we get to see Kabura, telling them about how Anko came and raided that place. And not only that, like Nazuna also talks about how she looked at the, like, nighttime lights in the city, and she realized those are humans, and that fascinated her. And like, she was like, oh my god, there's so many people, I wonder what each and everyone is doing. She got fascinated about the fact that there's so many different people, so many different lifestyles they're leading. Obviously each person's life is different, so many different, like, so many different, like, things going on over there. And that fascinated her. And yeah, that's like one of her, like oldest memories, I guess you could say. Right. Okay. And yeah, and there you go, that was that. In the end, the ending part of today's episode, we had Nazuna go to a school. Now I wonder if this is going to be connected to Anko, because I've said this before. In the opening song, we get to see Anko in a school dress, you know like, as a kid, and Nazuna's there with her on the other side of the table. So i I wonder if that is connected to this or something. I don't know. We'll see. Next episode. But let's talk about this episode today, even though there's not much to talk about because, nothing much really happened. Um, I love how Love Kun is actually, uh, like, he's voice acted by Gintoki's voice actor. And it's I feel like Gintoki's voice actor has done so many, like, otaku, like, characters who are like otakus, like, and his voice really matches for it as well, that deep voice along with it. So, like, I don't know, like, I think, like, I don't remember exactly which shows, but other shows I've heard, like, him, like, playing, like, characters like this. So immediately I was like, wait, this is Gintoki's voice. That calm and a little bit heavy voice. And I love how Midori Midori's like, oh, like, look at him, he's so nice. Look at his eyes, it's so sharp. Look at his face, it's so glossy and smooth. And she's like pointing out all the good, like, like the good parts of Love Kun. And she tells the story and everything. It's pretty wholesome, like the whole thing. I was wondering, because they mentioned she has only one offspring, so I was wondering who it was. So there we go. We finally have our answer here, and right. So hopefully nothing, like, I guess they did burn down all the things related to their past. But I don't know, like Anko mentioned in today's episode, she has another way of killing vampires. So yeah, I don't know what that is. Like another trick up his sleeve, up her sleeve. So hmm, right. Okay. Now, oh, another interesting thing, not interesting, I guess you could say. he Na- Nazuna says, okay, here we go. Nazuna says, so tell me, why are you such a pudge ball? I don't think that was possible just by drinking blood. Now, you know, I was like, yeah, she has got a point. Like, but obviously, like, you cannot, you don't need to eat, doesn't mean you will not eat. If you want to eat, you can eat, right? It's not as if like eating human food is going to, like, like it's going to affect them or something. Okay, you know what? I'm forgetting. I feel like there was a vampire show, probably anime, because I don't really watch anything other than anime and visual novels. So it's definitely not any movie or anything. In like it's definitely either an anime or a visual novel. I remember where the vampires apparently the only thing that they can consume is blood, and that's the only thing that they can do. If they eat like human food, they like puke it out or something, or it's very very nasty to them. I don't really remember which show it was, but there was a show like this. But anyways, that's obviously not the case here. Like they can eat, and it's like no problem. So he says that, okay, this is a very interesting thing he said. He says like twice a week, even now I partake in fatty ramen with extra everything. And Nazra's like, what? Is that a big deal? Even I was like, yeah, what, can't he do that? Nazra's like, of course. Vampires have no need for any food other than blood. We have no appetite for it. For us, blood's just way tastier and the sole source of energy. Okay? And yet you get fatty with extra everything. That's like eating ramen after downing shit crap of drinks. Yeah. So basically, she's like, yeah, since we don't need to eat and we don't have any appetite like that, you know, getting ramen is something, but getting ramen and on top of it, like taking extra with everything and like those oily, it makes no sense. Why would you do that? So he says that it's an habit. That's why. Like I spent my days learning about the ropes from Lady Midori after I became a vampire. It was around that time something other than a memory stirred within me, spurring me on. Before I knew it, I was eating. Didn't matter if it was good, tasted good or not. That wasn't the point. It was a routine. So yeah, there you go. So it's not memory in that sense, but yeah, it's basically muscle memory at this point. That's basically what it was. He was like, okay, this place seems familiar, gets into the ramen shop, starts eating, and he's like, wait a minute, this feels so natural. You know, you know what I should do? I should order extra because this feels so natural. And he kept eating, and he's like, yeah, this is like, I don't have any memories of this, or particularly, I'm not really, like enjoying it or anything, or this is not about taste. It's just that I feel like I should do this. And he just kept eating, and this became the whole thing. So it was such a routine. He probably like frequented here every single day, not every single day, even if not every single day, maybe like 3 or 4 times a week or whatever. And yeah, he's just used to it so much that it became like a muscle memory to him, like how people play guitars and everything. It becomes a muscle memory. That's how it was to him. That's pretty funny because yeah, if you think about it, obviously, forgetting your memories doesn't mean you're going to forget everything. Like I'm pretty sure if you knew how to drive or something like that, you're not going to forget that, because driving and these type of things are more like muscle memory, and and a lot of other stuff as well. It's like when you do something so much and so many times, it becomes natural. that kind of thing. Your body knows what to do. you know so those things will not go away because your body remembers it. So yeah, that's basically what it was here. um that was pretty interesting to see, like his explanation. And then obviously they ask him about what else does he cherish. Okay, so Midori basically says she doesn't have anything from her past that she particularly is, you know, is can be considered weakness. But for LG, there was, which was the dojin we get to know as, later. I love how they were doing a whole ass contest where they were like trying to guess what it was. And then when they came upon, like when they said dojin, they're like, oh, we're on the correct path. Um, yeah. So there you go. I love how Nazuna always like explains all these, like these terms and everything to Ko. Ko has no idea. Ko's like, what is dojin, a dojinshi? And Nazuna's like, oh, you don't know? Oh, let me tell you. And yeah, what are exactly a dojinshi? And Nazuna's like, it's smutty stuff. Not always. Like I feel like this is like such a big misconception. Like whenever people talk about doujinshi, everyone's like, "Oh, it's what 18 plus and all that." No, not really. Like yeah, like majority of it is, but like doujinshi is a more of a like a general term, where as what Nazuna explains later, that is the correct definition. That it is just like fan made work. This part. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, it what it essentially is a self-published work. There you go. So if you make like some kind of fan work or fan like manga or whatever about, not necessarily it needs to be a manga either. I guess it can be anything. I think, right? Or is it? I'm not sure about that. But anyways, usually it's manga, and it can be anything about like some fan-made work. Like I've read a lot of doujinshi of um, different series, which are like not even like 18 plus or whatnot. It's just like fan made, like small little what if, like things. So it's basically that, and most of them are. That's the whole thing. But like that's not what a doujinshi is from the get go. It is self-published work. It can be both. So I like how Nasuna explains everything, all these like lingo, these otaku lingo and everything to Ko, and Ko has no idea about it. So that's why you can see in the end, Ko was like reading and he was like, "Oh, this actually is a manga," while they were burning it. I love Nazuna also read it, and Nazuna was like, "LG Kun, like it was ass, but I felt the passion." It was garbage, but you know what? Your passion was there. Like, make another one after this. And yeah, he can do it. Like, because obviously now he's a vampire. It's not really connected to his past anymore. It is about his present. So, he won't have any trouble. He can make as many like Midori related doujinshi after this. Nobody's going to stop him. Right. Oh no. But anyways, that was today's episode. That was a very, very wholesome and cute episode. Mm, right. And we get to know more about Midori and her offspring. Now, the after credit scene, as we see, Nazuna takes Ko to a school. And they were talking about like self discovery journey and all that, like what it means and everything. And Ko was like, kind of um, like saying a few really good stuff, like, oh, like it's like when you are not happy about your current situation and you go out to experience other stuff, and then when you come back and you're like, oh yeah, nothing is better than home. That is like a self-discovery thing. He was saying all of these things. And then in the end, Nazuna's like, all right, let me take you somewhere. And she takes him to a school. and that's where it ended. So yeah, let's see what this place is about and what's going on. Why did she bring him here? Like I said, I feel like this might be like related to Anko or something, or maybe not. I'm not sure, but let's see. Okay, and there you go. That was it. That was my reaction to episode number 6 of Call of the Night season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Call of the Night. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.